Are you looking to fully master Starfinder's Galaxy Guide? This is the first book in the second edition new game series, and let's unpack what's in this book. It covers a lot of the changes that come to the world setting, and there is quite a few. It's also a campaign launcher and idea generator for any style of game that you may want to run. It is geared towards new and returning players who may already be familiar with the system or maybe not. I do like that the second edition has these special covers, so if you're willing to shell out the cash for something like this is the lights, reflections. There we go. It's actually quite cool, and all of the special edition books are going to have different covers for the Starfinder game, as far as I can tell. Hello everyone, welcome to the Maple Table. My name's Nathaniel. If we've never met before, this is a channel where I discuss lore and rules around role-playing games, specifically in the Starfinder, Pathfinder, and World of Darkness universes. I have branched out into some other games to attempt to see how things go, because I don't want to just do one thing. But sometimes that ends up happening. If you like Starfinder, or if you find this video helpful, I would appreciate a like, and please feel free to join me at the table. The first sections of this book cover, like I mentioned, the new changes, the world history that has been adjusted. Starfinder First Edition finished off with a major event called the Drift Crisis, and basically this Second Edition picks up from where that left off. No matter what style of adventure you want to run, whether you're someone who enjoys the high fantasy, the more science-leaning, maybe a mixture of both, the first sections of this book will really lay out your options no matter what style of play you want to have, and then they also give you some good starting places, the planets that might suit the style of play that you're wanting to have, your adventure that you're wanting to run. They cover everything from dystopian, high-tech, fantasy, war-torn, horror, just general weirdness, which kind of aligns to me, I guess. I'm a weird dude. It's just really nice to see something laid out to say, hey, here's a couple of ideas to get you started on your first campaign, whether you know what's happening or not. For example, if you wanted to run a dystopian adventure, we could look at maybe starting on Akaton because it's still a shithole. You have Apostate, which is also changed. Dagox 4 is in here as well. The Diaspora. My light is flickering because the electrical draw in this room is not good. If you were looking to run more of a high-tech campaign or a high-tech adventure, then Avalon's always a great place to get started. If you're looking for more of a fantasy-style adventure, Castrovel would be a great place to start, and within this book you have campaign starters, hooks, or different cities that you can use within the planet. Triaxis, the home of the dragons and the Dragonkin, would also be a good place to start. You've got the Skyfire Legion in here as well. If you want to stay more in the Veskarium, then you can always use Vesk 8 as they have this planet here. The Veskarium makes a bit of a return here as well. So all hail our lizard overlords in space, I guess. If you're looking for an adventure that's more on the horror style and not OnlyFans, then you're definitely going to want to start on Eox, and we've got a great selection of places to start in Eox, as well as some campaign ideas. One of the entries in here for a horror style or even a weird theme expands upon one of my favorite entries within Absalom Station, and this was the ghost levels. So they specifically have this one listed out here. And of course you have your campaign starters, your ideas. You know, you could do like a ring style adventure here. I'm really happy that that's made it into the book and kind of gets expanded upon. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Absalom Station, this is kind of the main spot, the main place in Starfinder, and within this second edition that continues. Absalom Station is the easiest place to get to in the galaxy. You can always get to there from wherever you are within a couple of days. For those of you who are familiar with Starfinder First Edition, there is a couple of changes here, but I think mostly if you're already familiar with it, it's Absalom Station. Now, something else included in this book as well. So we just discussed the styles of adventures that you can have. We also have backgrounds to suit all of those adventures. So Starfinder 2nd Edition now functions a little bit differently. It's much more akin to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It actually is. Pathfinder 2nd Edition. The rules are exactly the same. So with these adventure styles, we now have the backgrounds to suit them. You know, your dystopian backgrounds, like a bouncer or a courier or maybe a hacktivist. On your explorer backgrounds, this is my personal favorite, space trucker. You also have your fantasy backgrounds. You know, your high intelligence backgrounds like your crystal prospector or magic scholar. There really is so much in here within the backgrounds just themselves that I don't want to go through all of them because we would be here for hours. Here's something else that I thought was interesting. Within the Galaxy Exploration Guide, there is 6 ancestries. They're not technically new, but they're just not part of the core species anymore. The Astrozoan, who's basically like a shape-changing starfish. The Contemplative, it's a giant floating ball sack brain. You also have the Dragonborn. I mean, Dragonkin. There's also the Callow. They are humanoids, but they come from the planet Brethida, and there's a lot of water, so there's a lot of Navi, water Navi inspired themes here with these ones. There is also the Sarcesians, which is a name to say in and of itself, but these are space butterflies. And finally, we cannot forget the Vlaka. These are for the wolf furries. Now, the way this works is exactly like Pathfinder 2E. You pick your ancestry, you pick your feats from that, and then every level you gain either an ancestry feat, a background, skills. It's kind of listed out on your character sheet when you look at it as to what actually happens. I'll do another video breaking down the rules of this at some point in the future. But each ancestry, each race, which they don't call it that anymore, but each ancestry has different variations within them. So you're not limited or pigeonholed to just kind of playing one style or having your ancestry fit one role. You can actually modify these quite a bit, and depending on where your character grew up or where your species grew up, can change their physical appearance, can change some of their attributes. So it has a very customizable feel to it. What you're also going to get with this book is an update to the factions and some of the minor factions that now exist, so you can start integrating these into some of your stories. However, we do have 6 major backgrounds that are tied to major factions so that you can really lean into some of those character stories, really lean into some of those character backgrounds. Abadar Corp, they have made a return. I mean, it's not like they went bankrupt or anything. With an Abadar Core background, you can actually really lean into the religious and money aspect of things. And if we go to the complete opposite end, where you're maybe atheistic, the free captains actually there's actually a god for the free captains as well, for piracy and such things. But they're space pirates. That's what the free captains are. But you can also have your background tied to them. Another background that's made it into the Galaxy Guide, and which is interesting to get things started, this would be the Hell Knights. So you can actually have a background that's tied to demons and hell and that unpleasantness. Another background that you can also have is tied to the Knights of Golarion. So they are still, did I say that right? Golarion. People have been getting mad at me for saying that wrong. The Starfinder Society is basically the Adventurers Guild. They go out and explore the planets. They're kind of like the Federation for Star Trek, except they're happening in Starfinder. That's not confusing at all. The Xenowardens have a background here as well, so they are the space druids. And then you have a whole list of the minor factions that you can find within the world of Starfinder. Kashuk Society, the Eyes Wide Agency, the Skyfire Legion, which is more tied to the Dragonkin and Triaxis. And then you also have Zoe Media, which is, again, another weird but fun one that's tied to Eox and Zoe. So what are some of the key events and things that have happened to the Starfinder universe since we've last visited it in Starfinder 1st Edition? Well, first off, the Pact Worlds structure has changed dramatically. Pulanis, the homeworld of the Patra, has been inducted. It has been inducted into the Pact Worlds, which does pose a little bit of a problem because it's located in the Veskarium. It was originally conquered by the Vesk. So there was a uprising on that planet, and it's no longer part of the Veskarium. It's no longer ruled by the Vesk. There was also this little thing where there was the birth of a new god, so that happened. Something else that's included within the Galaxy Exploration Guide, that's just a long name to say, is the huge map. Your PDF version comes with a large-scale version of this, and it really lays out what the star systems look like, where everything's located, because outside of this, we've really only had fan-generated images of this, so it's just really nice to have something official. All in all, I think this is a good starting place. The material that's covered here just adds that little bit until you receive your player core if you haven't already. If you're on the subscription model, you should have got that a little while ago. The GM core, I just got notice as of the time of recording this today that it's been shipped, and I will have that shortly as well. So it's a great place to get things started, to refresh the world and let the players know what's been happening lore-wise within the Starfinder universe. And not to mention that Paizo's really helping us with all of the adventure hooks ideas, things you should consider when running long campaigns, short campaigns. There's really so much in here if you're kind of a do-it-yourselfer. If you were looking for more of a specifically fleshed out adventure path, this is not it. This is more world building material. And I mean, even with that, you don't even need to use any of these things. If you have made any of your own homebrew, that should still transfer over. You'll just have to adapt it to the second edition playstyle and the rules, which are different from Starfinder first edition. I'm personally very happy with my copy. The special edition cover is absolutely beautiful. Mwah! If you want to pick up a copy of the Starfinder Galaxy Guide, I will have a link in the pinned comment below. So, for those of you who maybe know me or have been around for a long time, you might want to know what's been happening with me. I have been moving and having a third child kind of by unplanned circumstance, and that has really drawn me away from YouTube because children. If you listen to some of my posts or saw some of my updates years ago when it was happening, about a year and a half ago, my third child joined us. His name is Arthur, and he had some heart issues, a heart defect. So second he was born, he had to have basically heart surgery. He was also 7 weeks early, so that was a bit unplanned as well. So that's kind of been what my life has been like, is trying to help my wife through this, help my other kids through this, and help Arthur get healthy. And I can say thankfully that he's happy, he's healthy, and so are my other children. I also changed employers for my regular day job when I'm not doing YouTube. So I'm now building a business within my industry as well. So that also has taken quite a bit of time away from me. But I do want you to know that I have missed this. I have missed you. I've appreciated the comments and the support that have been coming in when I do get a chance to look at YouTube. My videos will definitely not be coming out at the same frequency as they were before, but they will still be coming because I have missed this. And I hope that as I get back into this, I can spend some more time with you, that we can build the momentum back up onto the channel. And yeah, just keep playing games and telling stories, doing the things that we kind of all enjoy doing or all enjoy sharing. So God, I've missed this, and I've missed you, and I hope you're excited to see me back. So here's the things: like, subscribe. I've got a couple of playlists as well for other Starfinder stuff. Stay tuned because there will be more to come. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.